trust... are you just gonna...
You wanted to see me?
You won't believe this, but we did it.
Did what?
Remember that first account of Lilin corruption I found in the Book of Thoth?
You mean the story of the ancient pharaoh who was struck down with corruption and the traveling light worker who purified him?
That's the one.
Of course I remember.
Well, Magic and I finally transcribed the incantation the Lightworker used. And I'm pretty sure we can use it to finally remove your Psycho Mom's corruption over Wanda.
I have to say, I am impressed.
You mean that?
Yes, I do.
Thanks, Hunter. That means a lot coming from you. But before you heap on the praise, there's something I should tell you. Full disclosure, the reason the Lightworker died was because he had to take on all that dark energy into his body, and he just couldn't handle it. I tried finding a workaround, but all the texts on Chaos Magic said the same thing. Corruption can't be destroyed. It has to go somewhere or to, somebody. So whoever removes it from Wanda will also have to absorb it.
I will absorb it.
You will? You're not, scared you're gonna, fall to her darkness?
Lilith's darkness cannot corrupt me.
Right, because you are just so good and pure that you could never ever fall.
Correct?
Well, at least you're on board.
When is this happening?
As soon as we break back into Banner's lab. Oh, and just one more thing, so listen up because it's kinda crucial. I'm gonna need you to memorize the incantation and recite it verbatim when you see Wanda in his lab. It's the only way to subdue her. It goes... Ego sum tenebris et venunt in domum suam iubet dominus. Ego sum tenebris domum domini praecepta ior. Think you can remember that, Hunter?
I can handle anything.
I knew I resurrected you for a reason. You need to memorize those lines as if your own life depends on it. Because it just might. Remember to study your lines, Hunter, because you do not want to screw this up.
I just hope Caretaker doesn't stop us. Sounds like I missed an interesting encounter.
Good girl, Charlie.
Hunter, I've got a theory. Wanna hear it? My theory is that it's underappreciated work to be an awesome badass loner. I mean, did you see what happened when Blaze read the parchment aloud? That was an act of mad genius.
He definitely destroyed a lot of Solus. I can give him that.
Oh my god, really? The man unleashes the apocalypse on the forces of evil, and the most you can give him is an attaboy. Tough crowd.
After all that, we still do not have the parchment. Without it, we cannot destroy it.
Here's the thing. He's got no one to rely on. It's just him out there, facing this stuff all alone. He's not gonna give us something like the parchment easily. I think we all need to cut him some slack.
I am not sure how much I agree with you, but I am willing to give him another chance. In all honesty, we have no other choice.
I mean, maybe if we show him a little respect, he'll show you a little respect.
And if he does not?
You gotta trust me on this. Seeing Blaze in action really solidified some things for me, Hunter.
And what is that?
I'm so proud to be the spirit of vengeance, too.
Your car is definitely more impressive than Blaze's motorcycle.
I had to tune this baby up. She sure took a beating out in the desert. Later, Hunter.
We're so close to having the parchment.
Banner thinks he's so clever with this demonic barrier, but I promise you, I'm gonna have the last laugh.
This isn't about one-upmanship, Tony. Just let me focus, and I can get Hunter through the barrier.
What's the holdup?
Besides your incessant grumbling about Banner in my ear, I haven't yet found a way to properly shield the Hunter to pass through the barrier.
Yeah, sure. While you're working on your magic fairy dust, I'll figure out how we get the parchment back here. It's too dangerous to be left out there in the wild.
It's not fairy dust. That's all wrong for this job. And if this sanctum was still around, that would have been the perfect place to store the parchment.
Well, it's gone, and Banner's still out there taunting me. So let's hurry up and get some answers. While you were on your little fetch quest, Hunter, do you have a spare gamma accelerator? I'm serious. What kind of ancient hero are you if you don't have the latest experimental gamma technology in your back pocket?
Of course, but I put them in my gamma pants. Sorry.
You have gamma pants? Jealous?
Do you not have other things to be focusing on right now?
Well, no, actually. Among other things, I'm trying to figure out how to breach that nasty barrier of go away that Banner managed to throw up around the Hydra lab. Strange swears up and down that he'll be able to pierce the veil. If he can deliver, great. Otherwise, he should get out of the way, you know?
The rivalry between you and Strange is somewhat amusing, but the time for amusements is running out. You need to find a way to work together.
Are you kidding me? I love the Doc. Yeah, he's a little stiff, but we're like brothers. I even let him use my beard trimmers.
You still feel confident in your plan to destroy the parchment with the accelerator?
Well, I've been going over my father's files. He had big plans for this thing. Let's just say I don't think anything would withstand being on the wrong end of it at the wrong time.
You believe your father had ill intent for this device?
He had ill intent for everything. But this, in particular. I think he was trying to find a way to unlock the scientific essence of magic itself. So in a way, it's kind of poetic. I'm gonna use Dad's shady tech to stop Banner's shady treachery.
Forget about revenge, Tony. Think about the ways that technology could be used for good. I cannot allow my own vengeance to consume me.
Well, I see your point. I don't want to wallow in the muck, stay above it, etc., etc. Look, I'm not getting anything done. I'll tell you what, let's find this gamma accelerator, bring Banner back from the dark side, stop your mom, and then we can sit down and have a nice chat. I've got this awesome new juicer back at my place. We can do it there.
Juicer?
Oh, you'll love it. It would juice your shoes if you let it. In the meantime, back to work.
At least we know it's with Johnny Blaze.
I have a few theories on who sent those soulless after us and Blaze.
Hunter, hello.
The fool Blaze risks us all with his reckless antics.
blindly wielding the parchment of power like a child with their first wooden sword. Who knows what horrors he could have unleashed? We are fortunate he did not destroy us all.
Had you not forced his hand, perhaps he would not have used it, Mother.
Men like Blaze need little justification for their actions, don't they? Besides, it was not I who set the Soulless upon you. It's bad enough you and your misguided heroes are hell-bent on keeping the parchment from me. If someone, something else were to get their hands on that wretched thing.
Wretched? You would speak ill of your precious Darkhold?
The Darkhold is many things. Precious is not one of them. The book has a will of its own. It enslaves and then destroys any soul foolish enough to try and tame it. No matter how strong they may think they are. Better to help me contain the damage, lest it consume us all.
As long as any of us draw breath, we will stand against it. Against you.
And as I have tried so hard to explain to you, child, I am not your enemy.
Then prove it. Cast away that foul book and reclaim what remains of your soul.
If only it were that simple. The parchment of power will be found. The Darkhold will be made whole. He wills it so. Secret guardians, sorcerers, and tinkerers, your so-called family will shatter before the coming storm. But you and I will stand tall, precious child. United before the eye of the midnight sun.
I would not count on that, Mother.
Hunter, the demonic barrier may not be as impenetrable as I once thought. Meet me in the forge when you can.
I wish my phone could summon fiery partitions. I wonder if there's a spell for that. There are gonna be consequences for Blaze reading from the parchment.
I'm ready when you are. No Darkhold page is to be taken lightly. No pain, no gain. Johnny's a damn good ghostwriter. Later.
The Parchment of Power's ability to conjure walls of fire is, as Stark would say, a feature, not a bug. Strange also said don't use the Parchment of Power. A lot of times. So many times they're opposite.
We don't know the forces we're meddling with. We might as well have emailed our location directly to Hydra.
Grizzly old biker dudes. They just do whatever they want. I'm here if you need me.
Johnny Blaze put us all in danger. I don't trust soldiers who are that impulsive. Am I the only one who listened to Caretaker and Strange?
Hunter, I'd like a word. I don't want to waste your time, so I'll be direct. I overheard you, Nico, and Magic talking in the chapel last night. I hope you three are not planning another foolish excursion to rescue you-know-who.
Nico and Magic care for Wanda deeply. So deeply they are having a hard time letting her go.
Hunter, I need you to be straight with me. Are they planning another attempt to save her? Yes or no?
Nico did not want me to tell you, but yes. Yes, they are.
I knew it. What half-brained scheme is she planning now?
She thinks she has a spell to remove corruption.
She what? Unbelievable. If she doesn't get herself killed, she will surely take down whoever helps her. Thank you for telling me. I will speak to her as soon as we're done here. In the meantime, is there anything else you'd like to know? Or tell me?
I have a favor to ask.
Oh?
When you talk to Nico and Magic, please go easy on them. They mean well.
I know. I just can't have them continue to endanger themselves or anyone else over this.
Just be gentle. They are still grieving their friend.
I'll take that into consideration.
I have taken up enough of your time. I should go.
We'll talk more later. Oh, Hunter. Thanks for your honesty today.
Well, if anyone was wondering what happens when the good guys use the evil book, Johnny Blaze has you covered.
What do you need, Hunter? We'll talk. Oh.
Oh, I found one of my favorite records and I thought you might like it. Or at least be polite enough to fake it. Anyway, we'll get some more quality one-on-one time. It's a little retro, but so are you. So, what do you think?
Lively. Frustrating. Angry, but liberating. Reminds me of how I feel towards Caretaker sometimes. I like it.
Oh, I knew you'd get it. It's grunge. It's what happens when you mix the nonconformity of 80s Seattle and tons of punk and rock influence. You get awesome bands like Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, making something super authentic with this messy, dirty sound. It put Seattle on the music map. I used to listen to it repeatedly during my I can't believe my mom stabbed me phase. As you can tell, she was a great mom. Didn't leave me scarred at all. Ugh, like, why have a kid if you're gonna get rid of them when they interfere with your dark arts and crafts?
Parenthood is not an easy fit. And the darkness, well, it can twist people, make them turn on those they love. It is not so easy to overcome it, even for your own child. I have learned that from my mother.
I think I was there mostly to fit the image. A way to blend in with the white picket fence crowd. They should have just let me in on the joke. It would have been nicer than to think they actually cared.
What is done is done. But I see you are still carrying it with you. Do not be afraid to go wherever you need to in order to find peace.
Roger that, Hunter. Okay, no more of this downer talk. Time to listen and let the sounds of angst carry you away.
Looking for company, Logan. Funny, you strike me as a loner.
Who, me? I like people. Problem is, people usually don't like me back.
Well, we need your skills, so consider yourself liked here. And my apologies about the circumstances.
When you get to be my age, you end up carrying so much baggage people would rather leave you in the dust. So, thanks for not leaving this old man behind.
No need to thank me, Logan. With your expertise, I should be thanking you for helping us.
You might want to save your thank yous until you work with me a bit more. There's a reason I've been freelance the last few years.
Well, you are welcome to stay here as long as you want.
I gotta admit, Sarah's got a pretty swanky setup. Puts Xavier's pad to shame.
Some people think it is a little spooky.
A spooky place for spooky people. Seems like home.
Who is a good girl? It is my Charlie girl.
Hunter. Just who I was hoping to see. I understand you've already been on the hunt with Blade, so you're aware of our unusual visitor on the grounds?
Yes, we encountered something Blade called the Barghest.
His instincts were correct. I believe it is indeed the Barghest, or someone's attempt at creating a facsimile of one.
Is the Abbey in danger?
Not unless we provoke it. However, it seems to harness a dark magic similar to what courses through the barrier. I need you to track this Barghest, capture it, and bring it to me here in the Forge. But please, don't kill it. It's my hope that I can find a way to use its magics to break through the barrier to the lab.
After battling Hydra agents and Fallen, tracking a pup on the Abbey grounds sounds like a vacation.
Do not let your guard down, Hunter. As I said, it's no ordinary dog, but a demonic entity. I suggest you bring Blade and Wolverine with you. I believe the portal will soon be at its apex. I'll do my best to keep it stable until you can cross. I'll see you there, Hunter. Track the beast quickly. Time is of the essence.
Oh, you are gonna love this.
It was disturbingly now more than ever.
Give me a sec. Okay, what's up? Blaze didn't get the don't read from the evil grimoire. Blaze's defense, Strange does send out a lot of memos. Wow, Blaze didn't hesitate to read. Is that Latin? Mine's rusty. Also, did old Skullhead just damn us? Johnny Blaze didn't get the don't read from the evil Grimoire. Blaze's defense, Strange does send out a lot of memos.
Dark forces from 1,000 worlds just saw the Parchment of Power. There goes an element of surprise. Now more than ever, we must destroy the Parchment of Power as soon as possible.
Wow, Blaze didn't hesitate to read. Is that Latin? Mine's rusty. Also, did old Skullhead just damn us?
It was disturbingly reckless of Johnny Blaze to read that page. No single spell in the Darkhold comes without a price.
No Darkhold may be taken lightly, especially not the Parchment of Power.
Blaze tempts fate all.
Let's do this.
Johnny read from the big red book. That's a very Johnny Blaze thing to do.
Do your thing. Hunter, good to see you.
Never seen a book create a wall of hellfire before? Rookie. Stay. No point in hiding it, Hunter. I already got a whiff of that demon dog you're after. Blade said it gave you two the slip the other night. I want in on the next run.
Perhaps that is what our hunt is missing. Your positive attitude.
Me? Positive? That's a new one. But I am curious about this mystery dog of yours.
This supernatural beast roaming the Abbey grounds has proven difficult to track. It only seems to appear at night. Still, Strange thinks it may be critical to breaking through the barrier.
Blade's no slouch, and I've seen you in action. This thing must be the real deal if it's giving you trouble.
It is a Barghest. It resembles a hound, but it is not. It is a spectral omen of death.
I thought I smelled a weird doggy odor out by your old crypt. I chalked it up to the side effects of your resurrection.
I do not smell like a dog, thank you very much.
I'm just busting your chops. You smell a lot worse than a dog.
This beast is vitally important. You say you picked up the scent near Hunter's Folly?
Yeah, that's right. If I went back there, I could probably pick it up. No sweat. So, I'll meet you there?
Did you just invite yourself along?
Bet your ass I did. I'll see you at the Folly tonight. See you at Hunter's Folly. Can't turn off this keen sense of smell.
Is this visit business or pleasure?
We have work to do.
Then let's not waste any more time. What's going on?
I spoke with Strange. He believes the Barghest is more important than we originally understood. I also talked with Wolverine. I know it was not easy for you to admit that we lost the creature.
I'll get over it once we capture that damn thing.
You will have your chance. The doctor feels it is imperative that we capture the creature as soon as possible for his research.
When is it ever not imperative with these guys?
Wolverine has agreed to join us. I assume you have no issue there.
The more the merrier. We should start up at Hunter's Folly. That's the last place I saw this thing's tracks.
Wolverine also smelled something in that area, so it is agreed.
Then I'll see you tonight at the Folly. Blaze really screwed us over on this one. He sent up a natural beacon saying we have the Parchment of Power.
Johnny Blaze put us on the beat. I don't trust soldiers who are that. We don't know the forces we're met. We might as well have emailed our location directly to Hydra. Somebody bought me an America's Dad coffee mug, and now I can't find it. Parchment of Power is not to be trifled with. Am I the only one who listened to Caretaker and Strange?
Hydra's mystics are trying to open one of those rifts. It probably goes without saying, we can't have them summoning abominations from the other side.
Maybe I should be flattered.
Hydra hasn't gotten much better over the years.
That's one mystic out. We've knocked another mystic out of the ritual. Almost there.
Bad luck for you, bub.
That's
About that.
No mercy for the servants of God. Your fate.
I owe you a soda.
There is no...
Don't leave a friend in need.
Not shaken their confidence. A pathetic attempt at intimidation.
So it's You shouldn't cry. You'll only embarrass yourself.
Your thoughts. Hail that.
Consider it done.
join us soon!
Fight as many as you have.
No point in protecting your master now. Walk in the light.
That will help.
Some for the rest of us.
Want it done right, gotta do it yourself. Is that your best shot?
They arrive.
I've not lost interest.
I don't have time for this.
The light will carry you onward.
No complaints here.
There is no escape.
Just what I need.
Vivek. I am the mother.
They must know my reputation.
Her blessing emerges.
I am still the prize.
There's probably still time for you to run off. I'll pretend this never happened.
Welcome assistance.
Now it's
Good work.
now for something real special. I'm gonna spill your guts.
will.
I'm the only one left standing. Some help here. The light will heal you. Let us see if they have an answer for this. This shall be of great help.
Not the first time.
For hiding.
I will never.
Looks like I'm all by my legs. Why is everybody looking at me? Should do the trick. For you. You picked the wrong one, bub. I'm gonna rip you.
We've done it. We did good, bub.
You smell it, Hunter? That ain't right. There's something dangerous creeping around out here. Present company excluded.
That is the scent Blade was tracking.
Blade, huh? Yeah, he's got a pretty good nose for this kind of thing. Not as good as mine, though. Feel like snooping around?
Let us get this thing.
Okay, I like that attitude. Grab your dog and follow me. I ain't much of a conversationalist, more of a fighter. Where'd you get that dog anyway? I know it ain't from the pound.
It is a long story.
We got time.
When I was younger, Lilith would send wave after wave of her children to attack the Abbey's defenses. The portal stayed open this time.
Yeah, almost feels too easy. Guess we go in and kick its ass.
Mind if I tag along?
How long have you been standing here?
Long enough to watch that thing run right by you. Wouldn't miss it.
Damn thing got away. You thinking what I'm thinking?
Hunter, hold on just a moment.
What is it, Doctor? I doubt that portal is going to stay open forever.
The creature you've been pursuing, I suspect now it may be some kind of Hydra experiment or worse.
The Barghest? I thought we had all accepted its mythical origins.
I'm skeptical that the beast just jumped from the pages of ancient lore. No, there's something else afoot here.
We had planned on putting it down regardless of where it came from.
Actually, if you could bring it in alive, I think there may be a great deal we could learn from it.
No promises, Doctor. You do remember who my hunting partners are?
Yes, I realize you're all very eager, especially Wolverine, but do your best.
It is just as I suspected. Hydra. I knew they were on this. The pieces all came together a bit too perfectly.
You're telling me all that mythical creature hype came down to this?
At least now we know for sure.
Will not be broken. Want it done right, gotta do it yourself. Hope you're ready.
I am impressed.
Weak.
Now that was something.
We'll kneel before.
realize, of course, the three of you aren't known for your restraint, but to reach you back in one piece, I still need to study it when you're done.
Might not be up to us, Doc.
That thing gets feisty. No promises.
Just what I need.
Watch close.
Whatever gets the job done.
You had your chance to escape. Hail that.
Never seen that before.
It's boring.
Hydra seems quite intent on protecting the bar guest. I would think that's a good indicator of its potential value.
Maybe Hydra just doesn't like us and the dog is irrelevant.
Did he put you up to this, or are you just providing color commentary out of personal curiosity?
I'm just here to make sure no innocent souls are harmed by your theories.
It's on.
She will sustain.
Give the mother my regards. In hell. Get some. Time to get
No hesitation. A man after my own heart.
Some for the rest of us.
Crude, but effective.
guest is an omen of death. A demonic entity that has likely taken many innocent lives over the centuries.
You ever hear the saying, there are no bad dogs, just bad owners?
Of all people, I thought you would understand the nature of the beast, Logan.
Get ready.
The advantage is mine.
I got room for one more.
Doesn't get much better than that.
You do not realize the trouble you are in, friend.
By now, I would have foreseen enough of our guest in action to understand its nature.
It's a little mean, but not any worse than the rest of them.
Maybe it is just scared of unwelcome strangers.
I yet to hear any other proposals on how we might break through the barrier. If anyone has a non-bar guest solution, I'm all ears.
Dibs on it.
Your time is up.
That must have taken practice.
Need to restore our strength.
Could you maybe hasten your efforts a bit here?
Doing the best we can here, Doc. Like you keep saying, it ain't a dog.
Watch me.
How long have you been waiting to do that?
Your magic may be powerful, Doctor, but I am still impressed you managed to contain the Barghest.
No less impressive than your efforts to capture it, Hunter. I believe in its weakened state, the creature will remain bound here.
And what do you plan on doing with it now?
The first step will be carefully transporting the beast down to the forge, a delicate operation I plan to handle personally. Why don't you come by tomorrow before I begin the actual research? I'll know more then.
So, why are we keeping this thing alive?
I hate to admit it, but I may need Tony's assistance for this.
Man, you see the teeth on that thing?
Yeah, pretty nasty. Too bad we can't train it.
Give it time. We get desperate enough.
What's good?
Tattle much, Hunter?
What is wrong, Nico?
What's wrong? Are you freaking serious? You ratted on us, Hunter! You went to Caretaker and tattled about my spell to remove Wanda's corruption. You almost blew the whole plan.
The plan is not blown, Nico. We can still pull this off.
Yeah, but no thanks to you. I tried to do damage control and convince her that we were just talking and not actually gonna follow through on it, but I'm not sure she bought it. So, don't, mention it again, okay?
I shall tiptoe.
Get some beauty rest. If you're gonna save Wanda tomorrow, I need you at the top of your game.
Good night, Nico.
Yeah, you too.
Hunter,